This episode of the DolphinsTalk.com podcast is sponsored by Caneswear. Caneswear.com is the spot where Miami fans shop. That's Caneswear.com. Caneswear.com, the best and most affordable gear for the Miami Dolphins, the Miami Marlins, the Miami Heat, the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, all of the professional and college sports teams in South Florida. Caneswear.com has you covered. If you're in South Florida, you can visit the storefront at 2655 South University Drive in Davie. They ship internationally as well. So Caneswear.com, make it the place. It's the best and most affordable Miami Dolphins gear. That's Caneswear.com, Caneswear.com. And don't forget about Dolphins Talk Extra. Go to patreon.com/Dolphins Talk for additional Miami Dolphins content. You get extra access to our private Discord server. You get bonus podcasts covering the Miami Dolphins. You get off-topic content as well. We have live watch-alongs. We have retro rewatches where we watch old games and talk about them. We do off-topic shows. We have prizes, contests, all kinds of exclusive access only for Dolphins Talk Extra subscribers. So join us, patreon.com/Dolphins Talk. You can join the fun for as little as $3 a month. Head on over to Dolphins Talk Extra at patreon.com/Dolphins Talk. And now, on with the show.
Hello, Dolphins fans, and welcome to another episode of Dolphins Talk. My name is Marissa Marino, and today I am joined by undrafted free agent, Miami Dolphin linebacker, Eugene Asante. Eugene, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. With that megawatt smile, that must mean you're excited to be in training camps and to be rocking and rolling right now.
Yeah, 100%. I'm excited to get to work with the guys, and it's just been a fun experience so far. So I'm certainly grateful to be in this position, and I'm just enjoying being a Dolphin for sure.
Well, we love that, and we love to introduce players to Dolphins Talk Nation. So we are excited to get right into it with you. Before we go and talk about what got you here, let's talk about the good stuff that people, you just had a game, your very first NFL preseason game, Dolphins, Bears. What was that like for you?
It was a great experience being out there. For a little minute, I had to just look around and just soak in the moment and just be grateful that I made it to this position. So many people dreamed about getting to that position when they were kids, and that's certainly something that I was able to accomplish. So I was, extremely grateful that God has carried me this far and brought me into that position. So, but it was fun though, being out there, just flying around, just trying to have fun with my teammates. Ultimately, going out there and trying to get a win for our team. So it's just like I took it so seriously in my preparation and just being out there and just being a linebacker and trying to command the defense. So it was a fun experience to be able to go out there in Chicago's stadium and just do all that. So I'm excited for this opportunity this week and excited to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what was it like first for the joint practice with the Bears? And then I'm curious to see how you feel about the Lions, who we know they're no team to mess with, what that's going to be like coming up.
Yeah, I think joint practice was a great experience. Truthfully and honestly, I think it was a competitive day where we went against the Chicago Bears. They have a great team over there. Coach Johnson does a really good job in preparing those guys, and just being able to go up against a formidable opponent, going against an opponent that is qualified and NFL caliber team with a great quarterback and elite playmakers on the outside, and DJ Moore and all those different type guys, and great running back and Swift, somebody that has been in the league, been doing it for a while. So it's like, as a linebacker, you embrace those challenges of going against them on one-on-ones. You embrace those challenges of going against them in team periods. And it was a physical day. They were coming downhill. They made some plays. And we, fired back and made some plays as well. So I really felt like it was a overall really competitive day in those joint practices.
Yeah, you were physical. You played with some grit. I noticed that. The Twitter world was talking about it. The Dolphins, they were like, "Dang, look at him all over the place showing up." So that was awesome. So what's it been like with the Lions? You guys are now in Detroit. How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling really good about being down here in Detroit, being able to go against the Lions.
Mm,
We know that they're a physical team. You know,
right.
Coach Campbell does a good job in preparing those guys, and you know that they're going to come out and play physical style of football. So I think those things are all going to get us prepared for when the season arises, and just being able to go against a great opponent in the Lions, and certainly their roster from top to bottom, they have elite players all up the down the roster, from their quarterback to the running backs. Jameer Gibbs is an elite running back in this league. So
Mhm.
they have great playmakers on the outside. Jameson Williams, who's a speedster, take the top off of defense. So like, just a great challenge for our team to get ready to go against great competition like them, and then on top of that, just to see where we're at and continue to build on what the foundation that we're trying to set for the season.
Absolutely. Was it hard? I mean, I know it's preseason, but was it hard for that game to end in a tie and like nobody, like since they don't do a tiebreaker, just like knowing it was just, nobody got the W?
Yeah, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially since we're going out there, we're trying to put maximum effort in everything we
Mhm.
do, and then just the way the game was playing out, it's like okay, I think Chicago had the ball late, so we're like, oh
Mhm.
man, they might get in the field goal range and kick a field goal to try to win it. So defense, we're like, we got to bow up, make sure they don't score, and then they end up not scoring, and the offense gets back on the field. I'm like, okay, offense is gonna do their thing and walk them off, So. Uh, when the tight end caught the ball and then I
Mhm.
pitched it back to Ollie Gordon, I'm like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, it's about to be a Miami Miracle Part Two.
I
And
saw
then
that we were like, let's go.
yeah, so it was tough because I was like, oh my gosh, we're literally about to win it right there. But
Yeah.
it is tough for the game to end in a tie, but we understand that how the NFL is they're a tough opponent as well. So it's just like it's
Yeah.
really good to get that experience to go against them and just to really see where your team is at.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of your team, I mean, who in that linebacker room or in that defensive room, maybe it's the different position, has been a mentor for you in training camp and really taken you under their wing?
Yeah, that's a great question too. I think all of them do a really good job. I can't even lie to you. Of just pouring into me and then in terms of mentoring me and just teaching me the ropes of being a rookie in this league, how to play prestigious football within this league, and what's required to be an elite linebacker at this level. I think they really do. They all do a really good job. I think KJ Britt, who
Mhm.
went to Auburn,
Mhm.
is kind of my OG.
Okay.
Is He's kind of taken me under his wing and just taught me how to play the game, be more cerebral within the game, understanding tendencies and understanding how to play the game from the neck up. So like, I really appreciate KJ for all the stuff that he's taught me, and just pouring into me, and just that Auburn brotherhood. That's something that we carry on, and he's going to continue to just keep pouring into me and helping me through my development.
Well, shout out KJ Britt.
Shout
Hey.
out KJ.
So, all right. So let's go backwards. So you started your college career at North Carolina. I'm actually from North Carolina, so lived there for like 10 years. So what's up to that? And then you transferred to Auburn. So why the move to Auburn? What happened there?
Yeah, just trying to get a new opportunity. So my linebacker coach at the time, Tommy Thigpen, uh, I was telling him that I was going to enter the transfer portal, and he actually reached out to the safeties coach at the time, Zach Etheridge, and said, "Hey, man, we got a kid here. He's looking for a home. He's trying to enter the transfer portal. He's a good kid, and just look out for him once his name hits the portal." And Coach Zach Etheridge was able to end up giving me I ended up getting a scholarship from Auburn, getting an offer from Auburn, and when I took my official visit, I was like, man, this place is a special place. The
Yeah.
people there truly love the game of football, and this was after one of the Iron Bowl where I believe it went to like four overtimes, and I was just like, man, that Auburn defense is certainly something special, and I want to be a part of it. So. Just getting that opportunity through Zach Etheridge, I tell him all the time how grateful I am for him, and just taking a chance on a guy like me. So that's really how I ended up at Auburn, and ultimately, I think that was the greatest decision I've ever made.
Yeah, all it takes is one person to believe in you, and it sounds like that was that person. So, is the SEC football like really on a different level, like many people say it is? Like, is that just a whole nother level of ball?
Yeah, I can't even lie to you. It's different. It's different. It's
Yeah.
different. Like truthfully and honestly, people really love, like, they're fanatics about their teams. They support their team. They love the team that they represent, and they're so prideful in how the performance of the team. So,
Mm.
you know, I used to get, sometimes I used to get DMs, and I would have a pretty good game or a decent game, and I would get DMs about my teammates. Man, you're not a good enough leader. You need to get that guy right. I'm like, what did I do? So it's just tough. The fans are really bought in the SEC,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
they hold their team to a standard. So it's important to go out there every Saturday and play to a standard, and play for the the traditions and the pageantry of the school. So I think that's all important.
absolutely. Now, you signed with the Dolphins as an undrafted free agent this past offseason. Why did you choose Miami? And were the Dolphins one of the teams that showed interest in you in the pre-draft process?
Yeah, 100%. So I got to build a relationship with Coach Joe Barry throughout my experience of going to the combine, Senior Bowl, different processes like that, and he actually ran the drills for us at the combine. So put us through those linebacker drills and got to see our movement skills and stuff like that. And he reached out to me after, was in constant communication, but reached out to me after the draft process, and just expressed the interest that they had in me, and the plan that they had for me in terms of my development as a backer,
Mhm.
things I can learn from Coach Ackerman, our special teams coordinator, and just trying to grow as a backer and as a man. And you know, since I got here, he's held me to a standard, and he's continued to coach me hard, and I love that about him. He's really has the chemistry of the linebacker room is really great right now in terms of just learning and developing and just trying to be the best backers we can be. We always talk about trying to be the best group within the National Football League, best backers within the National Football League. And every single day we try to bring that mindset to from the film room to the football field. So it was great, that whole process, and just getting the opportunity from Coach Barry, man, is certainly something that I'll truly cherish for the rest of my life.
Well, as Dolphin fans, to hear that linebacker room is gelling and jiving and getting along, and just everybody seems to be like, it's what's the word I'm trying to use? And like synchrony. It's great. We love to hear that. We hear
Mhm.
there's been a culture shift down there, and the guys are doing a lot of things together in the off season. So music to our ears.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Okay, so you have been through obviously OTAs now, mini camp, training camp, all of that. What has been the biggest challenge in going from the college game to the NFL game?
Yeah, that's a great question. That is a great question. I think the toughest thing is, um, I think the game of football at this level, it's a big game of mental chess. Like,
Mhm,
it's so strategic in terms of alignments, different things we're doing with our fronts, different things we're doing in the back end, disguises, blitzes, blitz tempo, quarterbacks identifying pressures, and it's a schematic game within the game. And the quarterbacks in the National Football League, the Josh Allens of the world, all these elite quarterbacks who will go against Lamar, um,
mhm,
just different quarterbacks up and down in AFC and NFC. They're so elite in terms of identifying different things, and then being able to tell what you're in, to expose the weakness of that coverage or particular play. So everything has to be calculated. Everything has to be strategic.
mhm,
And as a linebacker, the mic, you can control the tempo of the defense. You control the energy of the defense. You have to continuously remind your guys, to and put them in positions to make those plays. And there's so many things that goes into it. There's intricate nuances of playing the position, but I think that's the biggest thing. Just being able to understand the game from a strategical standpoint.
absolutely. Makes a ton of sense. So interesting question here. South Florida Heat. I grew up there. I don't live there anymore. But how are you adjusting to that South Florida Heat and having to practice and, pad up in it? What's that been like?
Yeah, different. That's a different animal. I can't even lie. It's a different beast. I think I was pretty accustomed to it coming from Auburn, Alabama. So being out there in the deep South, being able to practice in it, but then coming down to Miami was a different. animal,
Mhm.
truthfully and honestly. Like I remember the first couple of days I was working out, um, doing like wind sprints and stuff like that. I was like, man, I literally had a puddle in my shoe, and it wasn't. It was from pure sweat. I was like, wow. But it just really reminds you have to go out there and really take care of your body, hydrate, and
Mhm.
everything that you're doing. You have to be conscious about what you put in your body,
Mm,
in terms of being a pro and just taking care of yourself. So there's definitely an acclimation process. That's our strength and conditioning coaches do make sure we there's an acclimation process to get into the heat and making sure we're
mhm.
in the sun for a particular um, amount of time. And then once you get used to it, I mean, I don't think you ever really truly get used to it,
Right.
but it's we talk about it all the time. I think it's an advantage that our team has, just having that heat, and having other opponents practicing in different climates, than coming down to Miami, not being able to adjust to that heat. So it's certainly something we take pride in. We go out there and condition, work our tail off, and we're like, yeah, or we embrace the heat and everything we do. So
Yeah.
certainly we try to use it to our advantage.
Absolutely. I know you said you have to watch what you put into your body. I know Tyreek Hill had shared on a podcast interview that he eats Wendy's right before every game. So does that mean you're not rocking with the Wendy's right before practice?
Tyreek, I ain't gonna lie. So certain guys, I realize I put them in like unicorn status.
Yeah.
Like a unicorn is somebody that's defined as somebody that is just genetically different than other guys.
Right.
Like Chad Ochocinco talks about it all the time. He used to eat McDonald's.
Mhm.
So I'll probably put Tyreek in that same class as somebody that's a unicorn that can, go out there and eat Wendy's. Me personally, I can't do that. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish I was like them, but I just can't.
Yeah. Freaks of nature, but in an absolutely great way.
Yeah. 100%.
So I'm curious, Mike McDaniel, little different, doesn't look like your typical coach, a little quirky, rocking the like joggers and the shoe wear and all that other stuff. What was your first impression of Mike McDaniel?
Uh, my first impression of Coach McDaniel, I was first and foremost, I felt like based on some of the things that he was telling us, I was
Mhm.
like, man, this guy is intellect, super intellect. Like
Mhm.
you could tell he's one of those people that through things, thinks about so many different circumstances and situations, and he's aware of everything that goes on that transpires within the building. And it's just like that's the first impression of him. But then just his personality, like he lights up the room, like he brings energy in everything he does. He's truly a leader of men. Like we go out there and we're excited to play for Coach McDaniel, and like just excited to have somebody, a coach that brings that energy to the practice field. And it's like, you want to go out there and play your heart out because coach is going to bring energy, and he's in our special teams meetings. Most coaches sometimes don't even attend special teams meetings, but he's giving us directive in special teams meetings like, guys, we got to set the tone on special teams, like and just being him, and quite frankly, I think that energy is going to propel our team this season. And just his leadership is certainly something that somebody that is in a position of trying to establish himself, I look to, and truly want to implement, and just continue to grow upon as the season is going to progress.
Yeah, he's definitely an intellectual guy. I've not had the pleasure of meeting him, but yeah, he definitely gives off a different vibe, and I mean, he's super brilliant. So gotta love that. Now you mentioned special teams. That is something this team has been lacking in the past few years. Did you play special teams at all in college? Is that something you enjoy and something you're maybe trying to do with this team this year?
Yeah, yeah. I played a lot of special teams, primarily for my first couple years of college. I had a lot of great linebackers ahead of me. And my coach my freshman year, Tommy Thickpen, was like, he always felt that his linebackers developed not from redshirting, but from being playing their full season and being on special teams. So I played all the games that year on special teams, and just taking pride in it, taking pride in running down on kickoff. Trying to be the first guy down there, and then being in the punt core. Something that's probably the most critical phase that a player can be a part of, because it's so important, to in terms of protection, and that can really change the narrative of a game. So I've been playing special teams. I take pride in it. I understand that I'm a special teams guy, and that's the value I provide to this team. And you know, uh, I believe they said I played over 700 or so snaps in my college career, special teams.
Oh, yeah, so you
So
play just a little bit.
yeah, just a little. But
Uh,
just trying to learn and develop
mm,
under Coach Ock, Coach Jones, who are our coaches here, and just understand it from the NFL standpoint. Understand, you know, also there was a rule change, so trying to understand it from
yeah,
the rule change standpoint and how to just master being one of the best special teams players there is.
love to hear it. Okay, so we're gonna do something real quick, and this is what our new thing. It's our Dolphin Speed Talk round. We do this with all of our guests. 5 questions with Eugene. And so we're gonna ask you some rapid fire questions that are fun, and you just answer whatever comes to your head the quickest.
Rapid fire. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, you ready to do it?
I'm ready.
All right. Question one. Since you said it's hot in Florida, what is your favorite Gatorade flavor or color? Because some people call it a color.
Orange. No
Orange.
question.
All
Orange.
right. Growing up, what was your favorite football team as a kid, and who was your favorite player?
My favorite football team as a kid was the Washington Redskins, and my favorite player, primarily because I grew up in that area, but my favorite player of all time is Sean Taylor. Rest in
Okay.
peace, Sean Taylor. Yes, sir. Yes, man.
All right. So I'm not going to ask you to sing the song, but going on the honor system, do you know all the words to the Auburn fight song?
That's a question. Um, I think I do. I
You
think I do.
playing it in your head to see if like you know it all?
Yeah, I actually had to hear it in my head for me to be like, could I perform this right now?
Yeah.
Yes, I can. I'm an Auburn man.
Perfect. All right.
Hmm.
Bonus question to that. Who has a better fight song, Auburn or North Carolina?
Oh, Auburn, 100%. And I
Auburn.
love I love North Carolina. I love my people at North Carolina, but Auburn for sure.
If you had to eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pasta, from the standpoint of based on the job that I do, I have to fuel, and I feel like if I chose something else, I'd
Yeah.
probably crash and burn. So like pasta for sure, pasta for sure.
Awesome. Love to hear. Now, let me just ask you, if it wasn't based on your current job, what would that meal be?
Mm, that's a great question. I can't say steak because that I would get tired of that eventually. Um, Probably some tacos.
Ooh, I love
Tacos.
some taco because then you can mix it up. You can be like, I'm going to do beef, I'm going to do shrimp, I'm going to do chicken.
Yep, just like that. Just
That is
like that.
a brilliant answer.
Tacos.
Okay, and final question. I mean, this is just an easy one. Are you a cat or a dog person?
Oh, 100% dog person. Um, yeah, 100% dog person. I think cats' eyes be, I don't know. Their
Some
eyes.
people think they're sneaky, like
I used to have a little fear of cats and like raccoons and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Those, yeah. So
Yeah,
definitely dogs.
definitely a
100%.
dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it. Rapid fire. Phew. You did
Just like
it.
that. Just like that. Yep.
And just like that. All right. So before we get out of here, is there anything that you want to tell the Dolphins fans listening to the podcast? Anything you want to tell them before the season starts on your behalf?
Yeah, just that, as players, we're extremely grateful for the support that they pour into us. We have so many people that we interact with daily, being Dolphins players, and just having people come out to the practice, like, and just supporting us, and just be having a Finn's Fun Factory and different things where we can interact with the fan base, and it truly shows me how much people are bought into this team. And quite frankly, as a player, I want to go out there and put the best thing product on tape all the time for them, understanding that they pour into us so much. So I know that the guys in the locker room have embodied this mindset. So we're going to go out there and just play our style of football, and hopefully go out there and make everybody proud in this season, and just enjoy some great football coming in September.
Well, we cannot wait. On behalf of all Dolphins fans, I can tell you we cannot wait. And on behalf of all Dolphins fans, I'm going to take the opportunity to say officially welcome. We are so glad to have you here. Excited to see you against the Lions. Everyone, again, Eugene Asante, linebacker with the Miami Dolphins. Make sure you're rooting and cheering for him this season. Can't wait to see you. And thank you so much again for joining the show. I know it's a busy time right now, so we appreciate you taking the time out to do that.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, everyone out there in Dolphins Talk Nation, if you're watching via YouTube, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the show, leave us a comment if you'd like to. We hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and fins up.
Hey everyone, Mike here from DolphinsTalk.com, and thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to take a second to smash the like button here on this video and also to ensure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. We thank you so much for listening, and we know there are a lot of podcast options out there these days regarding the Miami Dolphins and with non-Miami Dolphins podcasts. So we do appreciate you giving us a few minutes each and every day to tune in and listen to all of our shows. Everyone here on staff, thanks you so much. And if you enjoy these shows, also please be sure to sign up for Dolphins Talk Extra, our Patreon service at patreon.com/Dolphins Talk, where we have bonus podcasts about the Dolphins and some shows not about the Miami Dolphins. We have a private message board. We also have a ton of contests where we give away really cool prizes, and it's all for the low cost of $3 a month. Again, that's patreon.com/Dolphins Talk. And also, please be sure to follow the written content we have up on our website. So check out the website, DolphinsTalk.com, each and every day. Once again, thank you again for listening. Take care, and we'll talk to you again real soon.